Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 6th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of desperation and damage control in order to really make Star Wars as successful as it can be. That's exactly what they want to do, is that they really want to make Star Wars to be at the same exact level as the MCU, if not bigger. That's what Bob Iger and Bob Chapek want to see for, of course, this new Star Wars universe that's going to consist of books, novels, comics, video games, and so on and so forth. You know, the new trilogy, the new Star Wars TV series, and more. Now, one thing in particular that a lot of fans have been very much against is the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV series. I'm sure that you guys have heard about this for a number of months now. Is that the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV show is actually going to be focused on identity politics, real-world issues, and of course personal agendas that will be forced its way into the plot of these new Star Wars stories that will be told over a 10-episode span. Now, we're not going to see this TV show, mind you, until 2022 or 23. That's their aim, and it's quite a ways off still. You know, we still got a couple of years to see whether or not it really is going to be a train wreck as much as Star Wars fans believe it is going to be, right? So with that being said, of course, we do know that Bob Iger and Bob Chapek, they're working together as a team to get things done correctly. However, what's really intriguing all has to do with actress Brie Larson and, of course, the fandom of Marvel and Star Wars. Now that The Rise of Skywalker is out of theaters, many fans around the world have been very curious about the future of Star Wars by Disney and Lucasfilm. Now, currently, Kathleen Kennedy's power has been taken away from any of the existing Star Wars projects. All but one project that is described to be the existing Star Wars project of well is the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV series that is actually set to break many rules and traditions of the Star Wars franchise. Let me just say that that's going to be a very big, risky situation by Disney. I'm actually surprised that it's come to this point where they are able to break rules and traditions when it comes to Leslye Headland. Of course, at no surprise, this is because Kathleen Kennedy has full creative control over this one TV show. Now, furthermore, it's noted that Leslye Headland has been in the talks with actress Brie Larson, who portrayed Captain Marvel in the MCU. It's explained that at one point in time, during and after the premiere of the Captain Marvel movie itself, actress Brie Larson went on to say that when it comes to universes and the fandom as a whole, that what she believes is that films should not be made for the fans and that the fans don't necessarily matter. Brie Larson went on to argue that, of course, what's more important is addressing world conflicts that happen in our reality to implement them into major movie blockbusters, to teach kids and young adults valuable lessons, and that she sees that as more important than just making films for the fans, and of course what's best suited for a universe, that this is what inspires herself as an actress. Brie Larson additionally is actually said to apply this philosophy of her acting, and of course what she believes should be put into movies, to the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV series that will begin pre-production sometime in July of this year, which involves the writing of the scripts by Headland that will be controlled by Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy. Now, it's noted that this plan by Headland is to have Brie Larson use that philosophy for the Star Wars universe when it comes to her acting style, that she will be teaching other actors that come on board for this new Star Wars project. Brie Larson has also said in other interviews for the promotion of Captain Marvel that the fandom in both Marvel and other major franchises, like Star Wars, are just so toxic by their wants and needs, and that it is best to ignore the fans and to not take their ideas seriously into account, as it would only result in a messy production for the cast and crew of these major films. Let me just say one thing here is that look at what happened with Sonic. Prime example that listening to the fans matters, and it does pay off. We've seen that horrific design of Sonic in the initial cut of the Sonic movie. Horrible, right? Absolutely terrible design, and they listened to the fans because they were actually creating this major backlash, and they took the time and money to really reestablish Sonic the way that he should be, and it turned out very well, and it actually was a big success, and now they're going to be making sequels. So Brie is set to become a lead role for the Leslye Headland Star Wars TV series, and that Headland has also been in the talks with director Rian Johnson on The Last Jedi in order to create a new TV show that will be 10 episodes long in length and 1 hour long each. Brie Larson as an actress is usually heavily criticized, not just for her acting style, but also for the interviews that she gives and the commercials that she has done in the past, as well as that forces a specific agenda toward different audiences. Now, in Brie Larson's point of view, it's best to ignore the fans and that the fans don't really matter, and that the production should be aimed to combine real-world conflicts in these major films in Hollywood, and especially more so for the future as well, to teach lessons. So there you have it. I mean, once again, Brie Larson kind of falls into the same territory as Kathleen Kennedy and Leslye Headland of trying to push these agendas. We can see a prime example of that with her stance on Captain Marvel and what she wants for the sequel to Captain Marvel and more. And of course, what's coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've seen that the MCU, yes, unfortunately, has been pushing identity politics more so for Disney+. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.